So hi, my name is Emma Cassar. I've been working in the yachting industry for over 12 years. I started just after I graduated from university in communications and psychology, and I decided to take a gap year and move to Australia. And when I was there, I kind of found my passion for yachting, working with Sunsail Australia, which was a bareboat charter company, so really started from the ground up. And then I worked my way onto bigger yachts as a chief stew, and then eventually after 12 years I moved my passion land-based, and now I'm working within the yachting industry in more land-based roles. As I was saying, I started backpacking up the east coast of Australia, and I came across a beautiful island called Hamilton Island, where Sunsail Australia was based. They had about 50 yachts, all sailboats, and my position at the time, I was just a simple detailer. So we used to detail yachts, get them ready for a charter, and then that was it, the boat would go. As my career progressed, I did some courses, so competent crew, VHF courses, etc. So I started being able to go out on the boats with the guests as a stewardess slash cook slash deckhand. I used to do events for Sunsail, like Hamilton Island Race Week, and we would organize everything over there. And then I kind of realized I wanted to progress even further. So when I came back down to Malta, I actually got all my day skipper licenses, powerboat level 2s. I really invested in my studies towards working on the larger vessels. So from working on the sailboats, then I kind of had to make a decision to move more onto motor yachts. I started as my first job, I was a deck stewardess. I joined the boat in Palma, in Mallorca. And it was a very tough role for my first time because I had to be in 2 departments and I was the sole deckhand on a 37-meter Mangusta. But it was a good learning curve. And from there, I decided that my passion was more in the interior. I wanted to deal more with the clients coming on the boat and the boat owners versus the boat itself. So then I started really investing in my interior career, starting as deck stew, sole stew, and then second stew, head housekeeping on 77-meter vessels, and eventually chief stewardess and purser. With this career comes a lot of travel, and that was my main reason for getting into the industry. So very good memories of mine have to do with the locations I visited when I was on the yachts. So for example, in Australia, I remember we visited the Great Barrier Reef. The guests were out doing a dive trip, and I was on board setting up for lunch. And a humpback whale came right alongside the vessel and shot water out. It covered all the boat, and I just looked over and saw this huge whale the size of the boat alongside, which was quite a wow experience. Other than that, in the Mediterranean, it's just, you get to go to, for example, the Amalfi Coast. You will be maybe on a smaller vessel, the guests will be quite close to them, and they tell you to come on an excursion with them, like when I was in Capri. And so these little experiences is what makes the job and the long hours really worth it.